Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, along with my brother Brent, we appreciate all the loving words that have been coming in over the past week. It's been a tough time for us, but Dad wouldn't have wanted us to stop to get to disclosure, so let's get to it right now. We're looking at something via Google Earth of something that stands out like a sore thumb. Are we looking at some kind of UFO crash on this mountaintop? Or are we looking at something that could be explained? Right now, we're going to try and get close looks. It's the first time that I've seen this on Third Phase of Moon. I think it's going to be the first time you're seeing this anomaly up on the hilltop. Brent, what do you make of this?
Yeah, Blake, this one just came in earlier this afternoon, and we're saying we got to post this, especially share the coordinates. And there it is right at the bottom. We could all look at this together. Again, this is intriguing because we're looking at something that really resembles what happened in 1947. So again, this is recent footage right there in New Mexico, captured on Google Earth. And look at this region. We're looking at it. We do a big pan out, and you can see the entire region is basically isolated from any roads or anything. This is basically something in the middle of nowhere. We're getting some measurements now, and this really resembles an unidentified flying saucer that crashed in the side of the mountain there.
Yeah, it's interesting, as well as the measurements. It was about 10 meters. I'd say that's approximately about 29 feet or so, just give or take. But again, what is it doing up on top of this hilltop? I don't think it's some kind of a broken down water tower. I don't see any roads leading into this area. It seems that it's in a very rural area and no hiking trails or anything that I'm noticing. So this thing basically looks like it just fell out of the sky, and this thing's about 30 feet in diameter, and you can see some kind of debris tail pile behind it, almost like you can see kind of it like it skidded into the mountaintop over there. And you make out these kind of designs on top of, if this is indeed a craft. Again, no indication that it was taken up there by car or hiked up there by humans. This thing, again, I'm thinking that it just fell out of the sky or came down, a crash straight out of 1947 Roswell. If anybody knows these exact coordinates, maybe we could set up some kind of expedition. We've got the X marks the spot. What's it going to take to just get out there and confirm one way or the other what it is? Maybe it's on private property. We're going to do some research. It looks pretty heavy duty, the terrain there. The terrain looks very, very harsh, so it could be a dangerous expedition, but who knows? Maybe there's some evidence, and maybe Google Earth will scrub this imagery out tomorrow. So make sure you save this video, and we'll see what Google Earth does about this imagery in the next coming days. Now, more UFO videos into Third Phase of Moon. Are we looking at some kind of new laser technology up in the neighborhood during a lightning storm? This is very ominous. If this is some kind of weaponized action up in the sky, it has a very scary feeling to me here.
Yeah, look at that. There's a pull-out shot, and we're seeing something apparently floating in the sky with a laser pointing around the whole neighborhood, as it seems like it's scanning it.
Yeah, it could be some kind of drone propped up with some kind of laser, but again, this is some powerful laser. I'm pretty sure the FAA wouldn't let this out to commercial drone pilots. This is high powered, and if you're looking directly at it right there, it looks like it's pointing directly into the camera. It could be quite dangerous. Again, is this some kind of UAP, some military drone up in the sky? I'm not saying this is ET by any means. I'm thinking this is one of ours.
Yeah, definitely. You're right on the button there. It looks like a military or some sort of new technology, maybe something in the private hands of a private company testing its new technology. But in my observation of this, again, it looks like it just hit the camera. That's pretty wild. But looking at this, it looks like it's stalking, and it kind of catches my interest in a bad way. It's like, what the hell's going on over our neighborhoods?
Yeah, I'm glad the person had the right mind to pull out their camera and share this on social media to get the word out. And maybe other people around the world or in the United States has experienced this kind of stuff over their neighborhoods. So definitely have your cameras ready if you see this kind of phenomenon. Look, we're always looking for just strange things in the skies, whether it's ET, secret government programs, reverse engineered programs. I think we're looking at something right now that is within our assets, but it has some kind of nefarious intent behind it. This isn't your typical drone, in my opinion. Now, like we said, we've got a lot of UFO videos right here in Third Phase of Moon, so we're going to get to it right now. Let's roll the next one. This one's quite interesting. We're looking at this a little earlier, and we're scratching our heads, wondering what the heck is it. Take a look. So once again, we're looking at something in the sky with some kind of projection of a bright beam of light. We see two lights within its beam. Or is this some kind of UFO tracking two other UFOs underneath it? It's just really bizarre. I don't think this is some kind of helicopter with a spotlight or a drone. We're looking at something that once again seems that there's some kind of almost extraterrestrial activity in this case. This one's over, again, a major city. A lot of people must have seen this. There must be more videos out. I'm willing this to be authentic, but again, you see within the beam of light these two illuminated objects, and then you see the beam just kind of switch towards the camera, and then these objects kind of dissipate from view once the light is not reflecting off these two orbs, these craft in the sky. So we have 3 UFOs right there.
Yeah, like this is a pretty badass footage. Look at that, the dispersion of light. It just seems like it just gassed out, and either the light moved away or there's some sort of like propulsion behind it that kind of blew everything kind of up into a dispersion of light. And then we're looking at those bright objects, at this beam of light being projected onto it. Two objects in the sky, including the bright one that just does this amazing dispersion of light. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, some people might claim that this is an Elon Musk rocket, or maybe some helicopter again with its searchlights on, but I don't think so. I'm not seeing any kind of craft, any kind of FAA lights. It's just a very illuminated bright orb dispersing, like you say, a very bright beam of light, and these two other objects being caught within the spectrum. What the heck is going on over this major city? I'm hoping more videos come in from this area. Definitely, I think a lot of people saw this, and there's something very strange going on over there. Now, a lot more videos just into Third Phase of Moon. Let's roll the next one right now, guys. Take a look at this. We showed it to you earlier this year, and again, we thought we should bring it up. It's in the Third Phase of Moon archives of this green plasmic ball of light immersed in the clouds, shooting down this very tight spectrum, a laser beam. But then again, what kind of source of energy hidden within the cloud layer there is projecting this? That's the question. Caught by someone driving at the same time, pulled out their camera, witnessed something very special, and decided to start filming, and we're looking at it right now.
Yeah, this is a good example of 2 videos with these, again, bright spectrums of light shooting either up or down. We don't know, looking at this one, is the light coming up from the clouds itself, shooting a beam down towards the ground, or is there something else, maybe something on the ground? Obviously, maybe projecting something up into the sky, illuminating the clouds. But this is new technology. People are shooting this with their cameras and sharing it to us right here at Third Phase of Moon, and I'm glad you're all here with us watching this and kind of looking at our future. What's going on?
Yeah, as we're looking at this all together, we could all speculate what it is, and Brian, I think you brought up a couple good points. If we could make sure what source of light, of the source of it, if it's beaming up into the clouds from the surface, or is it from the atmosphere? hidden within that cloud layer some kind of craft beaming down, whatever it is. It's just, again, very bizarre stuff going on around our planet in these times. So we wanted to bring up a kind of a side-by-side comparison of what we have in the archives of what just happened earlier this week. There's some strange, bizarre stuff going on. That's the truth, and it kind of blows us away. It's just amazing what is happening over our skies on a 24/7 basis. Like I said, we got a lot of UFO videos. Hit that thumbs up. Make sure you leave some comments with regards to what you're seeing tonight. Now check this out. Brent, you were the one that brought this to my attention today. We're looking at it pretty closely. At first I thought maybe it could be the sun or the moon back there, but after we're getting a close look at this, you see two orbs kind of transition into one, make some peculiar maneuvers, an amazing display of light in the sky. We're looking at something very bizarre here.
Yeah, this one's really good. We're looking at it, either it's in the early morning or late evening. Something's falling out of the sky, and it's being illuminated. It's illuminating the clouds around it. And I thought maybe just a rocket coming in, like an Elon Musk rocket. But then we start to see the appearance of these orbs that just attach itself to the one, and then it becomes a singular and starts moving from left to right. This is incredible footage. We're going to get some more close-ups and detail on this, but we're glad we're sharing this one.
Yeah, I like it when they merge together. Here's a close-up that Brent was talking about. Again, look very closely. They just merge together, singularity, and then project some kind of beam. It kind of elongates. It's hard to tell what's going on, but this is spectacular. Now let's get to the next video, into Third Phase of Moon. Are we looking at some kind of spiritual walking apparition on top of a cloud lining layer up in the sky? Again, wild stuff happening right now. Okay, let's get a little closer look. I'm going to get the original. We're going to put it to the left. I'm going to blow up the image to the right so we could get a closer look. But this thing lasts for quite some time. Could it be some just natural weather phenomenon? Or are we looking at something supernatural up in the sky? Maybe some kind of a biblical, spiritual kind of thing. I don't know. Look at this. We're looking at it very closely. Again, I don't see any kind of manipulation. What we're looking at, it's up there. It's in real time. It's a pretty windy day. And this person noticed something very strange and managed to capture something quite peculiar. Look at this.
Yeah, it's just some sort of weather phenomenon, and we're putting a pareidolia in there, thinking that there's maybe a man walking up in the clouds. It could be all of that, but it's very cool and exciting footage, and I'm glad we're sharing this, especially when we get the close-up. You see it right there as this cloud moves from left to right, and then it just kind of fades away as the time goes by. This is like a 20-second event, and he's managed to catch this on camera. This is pretty good.
Yeah, are we living in some kind of matrix here? Again, look at it. It just dissipates like a regular cloud, but at one point you could see the humanoid figure, and I would say it was at least 50 feet in length. This thing's off at some distance, and sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time. Maybe it's just pareidolia. I don't know. But again, you cannot deny what we're looking at is very strange. Look, it's like a man walking on the clouds. Wow, incredible stuff right here at Third Phase Moon. And again, we've got a lot of videos that we're sharing in tonight's episode. So let's bring up the next one and leave your comments right now what you think of this weather. If this is a weather phenomenon, something natural, or something paranormal or ET in nature. Let's just hear your comments right now. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Now, let's get to the next one. Coming into Third Phase of Moon, take a look at this. More UFO videos from around the world. I love these doorbell cams. The security and the definition of these doorbell cams are just getting better and better. Did you see those two objects just come in? It seems from behind the mountains, come in one way. Look at this, a side-by-side tandem display of aerial phenomenon. Incredible stuff. Are we looking at maybe just bugs that were captured on the camera lens? I don't think so. I've seen a lot of doorbell footage, and a lot we just don't share because it's just not doing it too much for me. I'm thinking these are obviously bugs, but I'm looking at this one and I'm not seeing anything that I could compare this video to. It looks like there's craft in the sky, and this doorbell ring cam managed to capture something quite amazing. Look at this aerial display here. It seems to go on for quite some time.
Yeah, look at that sharp angle. It's dropping down, and then it just takes a complete stop, and then banks right there. And they're tandem. Bugs don't move in this order of this like perfection. Look, they both do it at the same time. Maybe could this be a lens distortion? Maybe a double lens making it project something on the screen as a duality. But if that's not the case, we're looking at something that's in tandem, as if they're dancing and creating these amazing maneuvers that, if these are vehicles in the sky, basically are defying the law of physics. Look at this. We have 4 different craft, and I'm looking at the tails behind them. That they're slightly different from one another. They're not exactly the same. So this unison of flight pattern is quite incredible. It rivals the technology by our best fighter pilots. But again, the sequence of events that has happened on this doorbell cam is just astonishing. Look at this. And again, you see slight differences between one another. So I don't think we're seeing a mirror effect. I think we're looking at 2 different objects. It's just mind-boggling. I'm looking at it, I'm trying to wrap my head around what we're actually observing here, and I don't have any explanations at the moment. Yeah, looking at this, again, I've seen the phenomenon like this before, but this one's a little different. I'm trying to understand, are these lights coming up from beyond the mountainside, or is it coming up from before it, or even these bushes down at the bottom? Let's look at this. And then we'll get a closer look on this. Is it blending in? I'm just trying to look at how far these things may be from the camera itself, or they could be quite close. The other footage that we shared before, I believe, did come from behind the mountain, so it creates a big scale, and you could do math here. There we go.
Yeah, I'm looking at that one. Came in front of the mountainside there, so it's kind of popping out of the neighborhood. But again, the difference between the tail's signature of light, they're different from one another. They're in unison and tandem, but then again, in my opinion, they're 2 different crafts. So quite incredible stuff here. Now we're looking at multiple objects dancing in the sky. Insane stuff right here at Third Phase Moon. Look at this. All right, you may have noticed the thumbnail. Are there 100-foot human giants among us? I don't know. This video came into Third Phase of Moon earlier today. It was uploaded by a TikTok user, And we're going to look at it right now. Take a look.
Tem cara gigante ali, ó. Fala assim, ó. O pôr do sol não apareceu, mas apareceu um gigante lá no pôr do sol. Cara, o tamanho da árvore, galera. Ó, o pôr do sol não apareceu, mas apareceu. Olha aqui. Olha aqui embaixo o tamanho dos caras, ó. Olha o tamanho do pessoal. Olha o cara, olha o cara. Olha lá. O pôr do sol não apareceu, mas apareceu um gigante. Olha lá, vai. Cadê ele? Vai mais que você. Cadê ele? Oh, achei que eu tava maluco. Eu também achei, cara. Filmei. Peraí, Soro, tira o Soro. Eu quero maior que a árvore. Eles acham que tem algum golpe lá, não tem cabelo. Olha lá, ele tá voltando, olha lá. Tamanho da árvore, ó.
All right, well, let's roll this once again. I'm getting a closer look, and it's kind of interesting. It's just very clever. If this is a hoax, they did it very well. Everything just locks in. But obviously, this is just too good to be true. This clear footage, seemingly 100-foot man behind the trees up on top of the mountain, but everything kind of looks legitimate to me here. So are we looking at something spectacular, something unbelievable? Look at this.
Yeah, I like this because it's just so fantastic. But let's observe it. When the camera pulls back, I see a lot of the crowd not really taking any notice to this obvious giant up on the hilltop. There's one person that points to maybe this 100-foot man, but could he be in on the hoax? Looking at it, the camera, everything, the way it pulls back, and if this is done, it's done really well if this is indeed a hoax.
Yeah, we wanted to share it with you. Just it's interesting what's coming into Third Phase of Moon on a daily basis. So make sure you hit that subscription button and make sure you hit that notification bell to be notified. And if you captured anything amazing, submit it to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. My email is in the description. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. Be safe. Bye, Dad. We love you, Dad.